My name's Justin Castro. I've been living in Jonesboro for about 9 years now. And if we're doing like a little bit about the kind of behind the songs, some of the songs I have today are new, and this one I've had for a little while. And it was actually more about when I first came here and kind of my uneasiness of coming here, to be honest, and not knowing like when to wait and when to move forward, and when something was good enough or when something wasn't. So it's in some ways it's a song about indecision and waiting, which probably is why the song's titled "Waiting." Waiting is the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest part. I stay up late, dancing with the dreams of a place where I belong, where I feel at home. Well, playing it safe, it's never been your suit. It's a mistake, trying to force things to fit instead of moving on when your home is not your home. It's the fear of what you could lose. That's the fear that will make you lose. Will make you lose every time. Every time. Become a day, just you watch and see by the waves where the river hits the sea, where I belong, where I feel at home. It's the fear of what you could lose. That's the fear that will make you lose, will make you lose every time, every time. Waiting the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest. Thank you very much. So this song, actually, I wrote specifically for this event, but when it was supposed to take place months ago, and then got canceled because of weather. And as I was telling these guys earlier, it was like I put myself on a challenge. I was like, all right, I'm going to give them a title of a song I have not written. And so, like, then I just I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I don't normally write songs that way. And So what I chose was a sand dollar because I just got done visiting my brother who lives in Central California, and there's this beach where they throw up sand dollars every tide. And so then I just kind of based it around all these different things I learned about sand dollars, but made it about impermanence and relationships, and I don't know. I don't know what came out of it. So maybe you'll decide. But it's called Sand Dollar. You and I, down by the seaside, warming our hands under the moon, and you handed me a sand dollar, and you told me it was a test. Ooh. You and I, down by the seaside, warming our hands under the moon, and you handed me a sand dollar. You told me all things perfect were dead. Ooh. And don't let it break. Let it break. Let it break. The waves they break. We watch them break. Carry more sand dollars to the shore. I left your side down by the seaside. My window frozen, my plane delayed, and in my pocket a sand dollar. I imagined it on my window ledge. Ooh. I left your side down by the seaside. I built a fire to cleanse fallen limbs, and on the ledge a sand dollar, not quite broken, but it's chipped. Ooh. Don't let it break. Let it break. Let it break. The waves they break. We watch them break. then carry more sand dollars to the shore. So this song that I'm gonna play now, I mean, it's literally just me driving to the other side of the state. And so, I mean, I think in some ways it's more about the setting. You know, some songs are about like a moment or a person. I think this is just about like setting the atmosphere. And there are times, like if I do go on a long drive, sometimes I'll just leave record on a phone and like randomly like say things that I'm passing by, and like I find little snidbits in there.
That's cool.
And so this is kind of a combination of a drive and those snidbits. It's called Gone Again. There's 384 miles left in this tank. There's more pine trees out here than most people think. And I'm gone again. I'm gone again. Outside the air is cool, but the fields, they're on fire. Arkansas breezing smoke and sings at church choirs. And I'm gone again. I'm gone again. There's flags in the hands of children, they're waving in the crowd. My thoughts have been disappearing, 'cause my head's up in the clouds. My head's up in the clouds. My head's up in the clouds. So this song started. I'm a kind of an animal lover kind of guy, but I live in town in the West End, so there's lights in the neighborhood. And this one mockingbird just does not know that it's night, you know, and they'll make every like bird's noise right outside my window. And I started with just that, and then it just became kind of a song of that whole summer, and then like of friends that had left to other states and me having to go somewhere, and it just kind of came into this one montage of life of the summer of 2021. I dream of shooting out the light that assaults the bird that doesn't know it's night and tells me summer's come to town. The rocking of the ceiling fan and a mockingbird at 1 a.m. They tell me summer's come to town. But I'm still not sure I belong to you. Still not sure I belong to you. I think of a concert past Kentucky's door. There's a songwriter I still listen for. She once sent me something that she drew. I'm still not sure I belong to you. Still not sure I belong to you. Well, I hear that you're in Austin now, in classrooms and bars and crowds with waiters and dreamers in an apartment to yourself. Well, I hear that you married June, but I'm still not sure why you decided to. You were married before. I never saw her face. Kansas City is coming soon. I'll be living with a stranger for all of June. Give June my best. Hope someday to meet her. Thank you. Cool.
No more finger picking?
Not too much.
Ah.
I can do it all. I've played in punk rock and hillbilly bands too. All right, so this song, what's this song? I just wrote this song, so you guys get to. This is the first time it's been played outside my house. It is about. Man, what is it about? I mean, it started actually with watching my wife Angela, who was like outside next to our window, and it was a rainy day, but it's spring, and we have a tulip tree across the street, and she made this comment: the tulip trees are beautiful, but the petals fall after the heavy rains. And I was like, that is the most gorgeous sentence I've ever heard. So I'm plagiarizing it. I guess I'm not plagiarizing it if I'm citing it here, but I kind of stole that one from it, and then kind of folded it into some experiences just being downtown, and I had a friend of mine that was really close that passed away, and so that kind of came into it. And it's kind of like the last song in a sense. It kind of encapsulates a sense of many moments all coming together, and it's called "In the Heart of America" and "In the Window Light." I guess I haven't decided what the song goes. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays in the distance from downtown Jonesboro. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where my daughter has a stack of books that's 10 feet tall. Where you said I love the tulip trees, but the blossoms fall after the first heavy rains. Where you stood alone in the window light, and you were gorgeous, and so too was your song. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America. 'Cause somewhere there, Sammy Payne's still a friend of mine. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays in the distance from downtown Jonesboro. Where you stood alone in the window light. You were gorgeous and so too was your song. And I wish we weren't so far apart. But if it's okay, I'm still going to hold you tight. Ooh. Ooh. Well, sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays from the distance in downtown Jonesboro. Thank you very much.